Good morning, everyone. Another installment of Wellness Wednesday. I'm April Dupree with fitness and nutrition expert Mackie Shilsone. We are now on week 5 of showing you Mackie's secrets to how he stays so fit and healthy and in shape. This is week 2 now of talking about doing some muscular endurance exercises for your upper body. Last week we did them at a parallel motion, and now we've lowered the exercise band that we've been using since last week to work a different part of those muscles, doing very similar or the same exercises, just doing them in a different way. So explain to us why changing the position of this makes all of a difference, and then what you're going to be doing today.
I'm using the same cord.
Okay.
I'm doing the same number of reps. Normally, I will do 20. I would have done already what I did last week, this week, and what I do next week in one session. But
Gotcha.
I'm suggesting you break it down. I do 20 reps. I can adjust out to make it harder. I can adjust back while I'm doing them. Notice some similarity in how my hands are and the movements. You keep the basic angles because this is called an angle of attack. Make sure, as April points out, that the door, if you hook it there, is safe, because it will slap you in the back, and if you've had it done like I have, you'll never forget
Or
it.
you could even fall, and we don't want that. Safety first.
So again, all about the angle of attack. So notice I'm coming down, so I'm picking up the resistance right away.
Okay.
All right, now notice what? I'm leaning in. Notice everything I do is standing. All right.
Okay, awesome. So even noticing that range of motion that Mackie has, by lowering the exercise band, that makes it a lot more challenging. Notice that his thumbs are in versus out to protect those shoulders a little bit more, and then he's not hyperextending by bringing those elbows back as well. And
I'm not impinging. See, I'm below parallel.
correct. Facing all the way back, forward towards the door, pulling back, again, not arching that back, pulling the shoulder blades together, but more focusing on those shoulders, biceps, and triceps. And again, you can do more reps than he's doing right now. We're
Notice
just
I'm
crunched
leaning,
for time.
I'm using my body weight helping me.
Yes.
I'm only coming to 90 degrees. I'm making very easy on my elbow.
Perfect. And then notice how Mackie's not curling his wrists, because we want to protect the wrist as well for that. Keeping those thumbs and elbows in, we reach all the way up. Now, we did this exact same exercise last week where it was parallel and frontal with a twist. Notice how it's more challenging since that cord is a little bit lower. What you do on one side, we want to do on the opposite side, because obviously we're isolating each side a few reps at a time. These are all really great, and again, very challenging. If you want to make them a little bit easier, you can always get closer to the door, and then obviously we have those pullbacks. Notice how Mackie is pulling a little bit further back to challenge himself. You can get a little bit closer to the door if you want to make it a little bit easier. He's keeping his elbows in, which is very, very important to protect those shoulders. So again, ideally, you mentioned that you do 10 to 20 of these, right?
I do 20.
Okay.
We did 10 just because we don't have the time
Yeah.
to do that many. If I do my 20, and if we show you next week what we show you, in 12 to 15 minutes, I don't stop. I will have done 400 repetitions. Very time efficient, but it really elongates the muscle, creates that vascularity that a lot of women look for, but also in that Terminator movie, she holds that gun, that shotgun, Linda Hamilton or Sarah Connor, you know, you can see the arms ripping. That's all for the reality of the TV picking it up. But in reality, that's what really happens to you. Be safe. You notice I adjusted in and out. Notice when I went here, it was like fighting, held here, and then push. Notice I leverage my back leg. So you don't have to use a cord that thick.
Yeah, of course.
But this is me. Doing this since I was 16. I do it once a week.
Yeah, and even if you want to start with lower reps, guys, staying closer to whatever surface that you have that cord extended into, whatever works for you, and then obviously we can hopefully one day work up to Mackie Shilsone level.
I just came from a different planet, so don't follow the crazy things that I will do.
I call him the Machinator because he's part Terminator, part Mackie. Thank you guys so much for joining us for this installment of Wellness Wednesday. Please visit Maxwell Nutrition and check out some amazing tips, workouts, and of course, notice all of their products that they have online, and visit www.ltv.com and click on the Health tab. We will see you next week. Where are you going? Opening up that door.